Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Amelia from English Education Study Program at STKIP PGRI Pacitan. In this video, I will deliver the material in Discourse studies about Birmingham School and ethnomethodology. And here I'm from Group 2. And the first, I will explain about Birmingham School. Communication is a fundamental social activity that involves interaction between individuals. It typically occurs between a speaker and a listener or receiver, where the speaker conveys a message through language. Speech acts, in particular, are central to understand how language functions in communication. Speech act is a concept in pragmatics that explains how utterance can function and actions. And in speech acts are divided into three categories. The first is locutions, the production of meaningful sounds. And the second is elocution, the intent behind the utterance. And the third or the last is prolocution, the actual impact of the utterance. There are two classifications from speech act. The first is direct speech acts. Direct speech acts are utterance where the speaker's attention aligns directly with the literal meaning of the words used. For example, saying "close the door" is a direct command. And the second is indirect speech acts, conveying meanings that differ from very literal interpretation. For example, asking "could you pass the salt" implies a request rather than a question. Direct speech acts are often straightforward and can be perceived and blunt, while indirect speech acts are more polite and nuanced, allowing for social take in communication. Okay, and the second material is ethnomethodology. Let me explain about it. Ethnomethodology studies how people develop and apply their methods to make sense of their social environment. It emphasizes the importance of observing naturally occurring social settings, ideally with some form of recording, to capture the nuance of everyday interactions. It recognizes that the members of a social group possess their own insights and explanations about their social world. And several key concepts underpin ethnomethodological inquiry. The first is indexicality. This concept refers to the idea that the meaning of an utterance or action is context-dependent. And the second is reflexivity. This emphasizes that individuals are aware of their social context and adjust their behavior accordingly. And the last, or the third, documentary method of interpretation. This method involves analyzing how individuals use their social knowledge to construct a shared understanding of reality. And for example, this is example of conversation. In this example of conversations, Via and Putri use question and statement to build understanding about their activity. When Via invites Putri, she attempts to equalize perception about basketball, while Putri expresses her inability. This shows how conversation functions to build social identity and mutual understanding within their cultural context. Okay, that's all for my explanation about the material Birmingham School and ethnomethodology. And thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.